Word of the day is small-mindedness. I'll tell you why. They say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. And this saying holds doubly true in the case of a Bengali man and a Bengali woman. And it holds triply true in the case of a Bengali person during Durga Puja. So imagine the pain, the agony, and the horror of every Bengali in India being separated from their beloved Hilsa, and that too in Pujo season. But why did this happen? It's because the interim government in Bangladesh has decided to ban the export of ilish or Hilsa fish to India, apparently to ensure that there is sufficient supply for locals in Bangladesh. The Dhaka Tribune quoted Farida Akhtar, advisor to the Bangladesh Ministry of Fisheries and Livestock, as saying, "We cannot allow ilish to be exported while our own people cannot buy them. This year, I have instructed the Ministry of Commerce to prevent any ilish exports to India during Durga Puja," unquote. Now, you could argue that every country has the right to look out for its own people and their fish needs. And you would be right. But this smells fishy. It smells of more than a little small-mindedness. And why is that? Because Bangladesh has always given the prized ilish to India during this period, during Durga Puja and other festivities, even at the worst of times. And never was there any argument about being a shortfall. Sheikh Hasina, in fact, used to facilitate the export of ilish to India during Durga Puja, Poila Boishakh, which is the Bengali New Year, and Jamai Shoshti, which is a ritual meant specially for sons-in-law. Pardon my pronunciation if there's any error. Now, this was done even during the period between 2012 and 2022, when Bangladesh had imposed a ban on ilish export because of disagreements over the Tista water sharing. In 2010-22 subsequently, the Hilsa export ban was lifted, and that year meant there was party time. On 21 September 2023, around this time, India was at the receiving end of a special gift. Just ahead of Durga Puja, 9 cargo trucks with 5 tons of ilish on each one of them arrived from Barishal via the Petropole land port at Bongaon into West Bengal's North 24 Parganas. This was a special gesture for Durga Puja by Bangladesh's Ministry of Commerce, which permitted 79 fish exporters to send 3,950 tons of Hilsa to India. 3,950 tons. No complaints. But that was then. From close to 4,000 tons just last year, apparently this year, Bangladesh can't spare a single fish for India. Now, this certainly doesn't mean that Bengal will be without its favorite fish this festive season. The ilish will be sourced. It will come instead from Odisha, Myanmar and Gujarat instead. But this means that the prices will go up by almost 500 to 600 rupees per kg. What was earlier available for 1,800 rupees per kg will now soar to 2,400 rupees or more. The money will be paid. But what hurts is the smallness of the gesture, the intention behind it. After all, this is the time when the ilish khichdi gets the pride of place at every Bengali table. The king of fish is an integral part of the culinary identity on both sides of the border. The Hilsa from the Padma River, which is a distributary of the Ganga and flows through Bangladesh, is especially known for its exceptional taste and texture. For years, Bangladeshi leaders, including Sheikh Hasina, even used the Hilsa as a tool of diplomacy. But alas, no more. India and Bangladesh quite visibly share several cultural practices. And at a time like this, when there are changes in Bangladesh, when there's an effort being made to try and get back closer to India, when there are fears about the kind of regime that is in power and the powers that control them from behind the scenes, what could draw the two countries closer during Durga Puja, but to hit where it hurts the most at a time like this? Well, that definitely deserves a Nobel Prize for boorishness.